guessed A, you got it right. So let's see what's happening with this code. So first, we've got a list called letters, and it contains 3 strings, X, Y, and Z. We then have a for loop, which is basically Python's way of saying, for every item in this list, do the following action. Now this is where a lot of beginners can get confused, so let's break it down. We have for letter in letters, and the word letter here is just a temporary placeholder. Python uses it while the loop runs one item at a time. So what we're saying is for each item in the letters list, temporarily call it letter whilst we do something to it. And this name can be anything you like. It could be for item in letters or even for banana in letters. Python really doesn't care. It still works exactly the same way. But the reason we care is because naming things well makes your code easier to read. So since our list is called letters, it makes sense to use letter as a temporary name. So now let's look at what's happening within the loop. We have the action of print letter times 2. And in Python, you can multiply a string by a number. So x times 2 gives you xx. And here's how the loop runs. Python takes the first item, which is x, assigns it to the temporary placeholder letter, and then it runs print letter times 2. And then when the print statement finishes, it automatically moves to a new line. And then Python goes back to the list, takes the next item in the list, and then repeats this over and over until the end of the list. And so that's why our output looks like this, where we have XX on one line, then YY, and then ZZ. And here's a quick bonus tip. If you don't want the print statement to start on a new line every time, then you can use the end parameter. And all this does is it tells Python that after printing this, don't jump to the next line, stay right here. And your output will then look like this, where you have XX, YY, and ZZ all on the same line. And if you wanted to add a space between them, what you can do is add a space in the quote marks, and you can see when you run the code, the print statement adds a space at the end instead of starting a new line. And you can use this in loads of different ways. For example, you can add an exclamation mark, and you can see here the print statement's added the exclamation mark in between each item of the list. And if you wanted to add the exclamation mark with a new line, you can also add a new line character. And now you have this, where you've got XX exclamation mark, YY exclamation mark, ZZ exclamation mark. And so this can be really powerful and really helpful if you want more control over how your output is displayed. It's a handy little trick to keep in your back pocket. Let me know if you'd like me to break down any other Python concepts, and I'll do my best to get some videos made very soon.